Hello everybody, today we're going to play Apocrypha, the adventure card game, and we have now gone to Chicago, the Windy City. Gabriella, Alice and Ruby are going to confront the Skinwalkers. Now this is the second book that comes with the base set, and yeah, we are going to play the first, well in theory you can play the scenarios in any order, but I've decided to just follow the order in the book. So this one is called Loup Garoux, and it's called Loup Garoux not only because that's a pun on a loup garou, which is of course the French Creole word for werewolf, but also because apparently they've got a some kind of subway system which is in Chicago, which works in a loop. So we're now going to go on a train, and we can go between the hospital. So we've got the terminal, which is Clark Lake. Then we've got the park, which is Madison Wabash. We've got the Museum Adams Wabash, or Wabash, whatever that is, or Wabash. Bibliothèque, Library State Van Buren. Skyscraper La Salle Van Buren. And hospital is Washington Wells. So essentially we've got 6 stations that we will have to go through. We have to close all of them, and we have 6 true threats, and this is where it becomes interesting because it says here, loop the nexuses in a circle, use the nexus train as a mark and put it hope side up at the nexus terminal. If playing 1 or 2 saints, flip the lizards and man cubs face down. If playing 1 to 4 saints, also flip the skunks and matadors face down. Confront versus a minion. If the minion is face up, confront that true threat, otherwise go to win. So if you have more than 2, you have to fight fewer true threats, which I find really counterintuitive. So I'm not sure, I mean, this is such a blatant error, which is if it was an error, it would be so blatant because it's also repeated on the actual mission card. So I'm not sure, no, they actually don't say anything about which ones should be face down, but it doesn't matter. So I find it weird, but we will play it this way anyway, and then we'll see. If this becomes too easy, then I'll do it differently and replay the mission. Okay, so I've decided that we're going to start at the hospital. Everybody's at the hospital. The train is at the terminal. This is fine. We don't need to be where the train is, but the train actually moves. Does it move anti-clockwise? No, it moves to the left, so it moves clockwise. And that happens every single time somebody goes to end. Now, I'm not sure what this means because we can be at any nexus at any time, but we can only ever move to the left or right. So I don't know what, I mean, the train would allow us to move, but we don't have to because we can move on our own. But maybe then we don't have to, if there are move conditions in one nexus, then they don't apply. I'm not sure. Okay, so we're going to take the, I'm just going to shuffle it one more time. So this is the deck for the hospital. And the hospital reads, N suffer 1 body damage. So we want to switch this from doom to hope as soon as possible. So we start with Ruby Doomsday. She has no omens in her hand, so she's going to draw 1 from the clock, and it's an omen of doom, so she needs to play this. Gut Punch. Flip your nexus to doom and investigate it. In damage first, bury 1 card. And what we get is Bones. That's a mind gift, and her mind is 2, and it's conjure, so... And she doesn't get it, but that's fine. It's not something that we were terribly interested in anyway. So now we need to go to end, and we suffer 1 body damage. So we're going to play our business suit, which allows us to reduce body damage by 3 if damage, and we reload it for this. So that's good. So we just reload it. And then we draw again up to 5, and we are back up to where we should be. Next up is Alice Moon. She draws an omen of doom extravagance. Flip your nexus to doom and investigate it if it's a gift avoided. Or you cannot play, we're going to play curiosity. And we get an omen of doom. And we draw again, and it's the minion number 6. Now, minion number 6 is the skunks. He looked at me and said, I kid you not. Oh, sorry, the train should have moved one. I kid you not. I make this smell good. Okay. So she could now go straight to win, and she could close this nexus, seal this nexus, and she's going to do it. She's going to discard one body gift, and she's going to seal the nexus. And in order to signify that it has been sealed, we're going to put it upside down. The cards in there are gone, but we have sealed our first nexus, and we didn't even have to fight. So the rest of these cards go away. I like doing this straight away like this, so that it's easier in teardown later, because they're all ordered according to type. And now, since the nexus is gone, the train moves one more, but because we are now at end, so the nexus will now move, the train will now move, and we're going to move with it to the skyscraper. Alice needs to draw up to 6 cards. She has 6 cards in her hand, so now she's going to make it possible for us to scan the top 2 cards. So we're going to go to the skyscraper, where the train now is. The skyscraper is, at start we need to recycle 1 card and then draw 1 card. So we're going to take a look at the top 2 cards, and it is Kitsunetsuki. That's a threat from the Skinwalkers. In many cultures you can count on the day of the moon following the day of the sun. Not in all of them, okay? And death's heads. Okay, so we've got 2 threats. Their soul and mind. This one's a soul and a mind threat, and this one's a soul and a rage threat. Okay, good. Next up is Gabriela Vargas. She draws an omen, and it's an omen of hope, indignation. Okay, and she's going to play Omen of Doom. And in order to be able to now do anything, she needs to recycle 1 card and then draw 1 card. She's going to recycle 1 card. No, actually she's going to recycle the murder board. No, is she? No, she's not. She's not going to recycle the murder board. She's going to recycle this card, and then she's going to draw 1 card. Oh, actually, let me just check one thing. When is start? Yeah. So actually she should have first done this and then drawn the card, but that's fine. So she's then going to draw 1 card, and it is the Bruiser. Okay, so now we're going to see what happens, and we are encountering Kitsunetsuki. Initiate, oh sorry, we need to turn it over. Damage, you may suffer that somebody else may take your damage. Initiate at a doom nexus. Suffer soul damage equal to your lunacy. Now lunacy is a new concept which we don't have at the moment. Oh sorry, I needed to roll which pack we're encountering. So I rolled a 3, and the 3 is the lizards. So the lizards are in here. So I'm just gonna put those sideways. Okay, so I'm not sure what this actually means, because again I have to say that the rules are terribly written. It's very obtuse, very obscure. So we have the threat initiated to doom nexus, no damage, lycanthropy 1. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to confront this one with mind. We have 3 for this. Sense, she doesn't have sense. She's going to discard the Wolfram, or is she going to... we're going to first of all play the Bruiser to give us 1 body die. Can anyone help? We could mutate the card. Do let's. We've got more mutation cards now because we have now got additional ones. So we're going to roll a D10, I think. And we rolled an 8. So I'm going to count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we did get a new one. It's called Ill-Timed. Use for checks to win versus threats. Mutate. We either, on a 1, we flip our nexus to doom. On a 2, okay. So we're gonna, so we've chosen Ill-Timed. So then, we're going to roll our mutation die. And it's a 1, so we have to flip our nexus to doom. Okay. So now we can play this during assemble versus a mutated card. We recycle this and we add 1 body die. And Ruby's also going to play this Wolfram Cube. And we add 1 more body die, and she has hack on this card, and hack is also one of the possibilities, one of the skills of Gabriella, so she gets an additional bonus die. So now, and we can re-roll, oh, we're going to roll 2 dice. We're going to roll 2. Yeah, so then we can re-roll up to 7. Why can we do this? Because it's mind, and Alice can allows her to roll 4 dice, and she can allow herself to roll 3 dice. But if more than one person is helping, then you have to roll more than 1 mutation die, and then you have to take the lowest one. But of course, our lowest one was a 1, so we now need to go to June. So let's. Okay, so we have 5, 9, 13. That's not enough. We need 14. So we're going to keep the 5, and we're going to first of all re-roll these 4 dice. We're going to re-roll these 5 dice. Okay, that's enough. We've got, using these 2, we've got 15. We've got 16. Okay, so nothing happens. We win, which is good. So the first Skinwalker is eliminated. The bruiser goes away. And then she draws up to... Oh, and she has 1 more omen in hand, so she's going to play this. Flip it to Hope, and she's going to encounter the Death Heads. And there she's going to take Rage. 1, 2, 3. She has strike 1. She's going to use the murder board to add 1 rage die. This gets recycled. And does this do anything against particular types of foes? No. Okay, so we're looking for a 15. We're not going to mutate. Oh yeah, easily. We got 16. And this one is destroyed, and we get to heal 1 card, and since we only have 1 card in our discard pile, we get our bruiser back. So this has been a very, very successful round. We draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she gets the bruiser back. Okay, so the omens go away. And it is now Ruby Doomsday. She draws from the Omen deck. And it is an Omen of Doom Affliction. Suffer 1 body or rage damage, then flip your Nexus to Doom and investigate it. Body or rage. Well, she's going to take the business suit and reload it. And she's going to flip it to rage. And she's going to take... and then she's going to do the following. She's going to... is she? No, she's not. We're going to look at the... Oh, it's an enemy. Cryptid. And it's a 3... in rage and 2 in sense and okay, that's all she's got. She's looking for 11 and we've got 10 but that's not too bad because we have Gabriela Vargas, and during the evaluation step against a threat, she can recycle this card. And it allows her to, it allows the person who's the active player to, we're going to keep these, we're going to keep this die. Reroll 1 die. Then upgrade 1 die, downgrade 1 die, and then lastly flip 1 die. So now we're at 17. And it doesn't say the same die or which die. You can always use the same one. So we have now 17, and that's good enough. So the cryptid is dead or destroyed, and she has no more... Oh, she would have had to recycle a card. No, that was after she had drawn this. So, yeah, and then she flipped it, so it's fine. She doesn't need to do anything now, so she gets to draw 2 cards. Okay, next up is Alice Moon. At the start, she needs to recycle 1 card. She's going to recycle a Doom Omen, and she's going to draw a card, and it's a Charlatan's Book. Let's draw an Omen from the deck, and it's an Omen of Doom. Highest rage die. If it's a gift, avoid it. Yeah, we're gonna trash the highest rage die because she would never play with rage anyway. And it's an Omen of Doom, so she gets to investigate straight away again, and it is a blue rocket, which is a body gift, a new one which we've never seen before. Body gift, discard, boost body. When boosting versus a Skinwalker card, you may add 1 more body die and sacrifice this gift instead. During damage, sacrifice, decrease body or rage damage to their lunacy. Okay, that's an okay gift, but it's not one that I'm terribly interested in because it really only works when you... It works best when you sacrifice it. And we got it easily. So she gets a blue rocket. Oh, sorry, did we have to? No. 2, 4, 6. Oh, she's got plenty of cards now. Gonna play this. If it's a gift, avoid it. And it is not a gift, it's stash. Okay, who could be considered a gift, to be quite honest. So we're gonna use our mind on him. We're going to talk to him and say, well, you know, Stash, what have you got? And 4, 8, 11, he's got nothing. So we can, you may sacrifice this threat, then go to end. Oh, sorry, the train would have moved on 1, 2, it's now at the museum. Yeah, why not? We're going to sacrifice this threat and we're going to go to end. That's okay. And she has 2, 4, 6, 7 cards in hand, so she's going to get rid of one of the omens. And then she's going to take a look at the top 2 cards, and it's a Garoux glasses, pair of Garoux glasses, and a minion. And then it's over to, so this is end, so the train moves to the park. And now it's over to Gabriella, and Gabriella draws a card from the clock, and it's an omen of hope. And she needs to recycle a card. And she's going to recycle an omen of doom. And draw 1 card, and we will confront, should we, would we, what is this? Suffer 1 body or rage, die, Garoux glasses, we're not gonna get them, we don't care either, so it's, oh well, we did get them, 13. Okay, then we're gonna play this card. Sustenance. Minion 3 is also one that we don't confront, because it's the lizards. Now the question is, since they are the pack, does this have any impact? I don't know. They are the chosen pack. I don't know what this means, so we'll just leave it as is. But we can now go to win, and for this we need to do a soul check for 12, and there's no way she's going to make it. So she's going to draw up to 5 cards, and she's going to end her turn. So this goes away. The train moves on. It's now at the terminal. It's now Ruby. She's going to draw an omen from the clock. And it's Mr. Bear. She needs to trash the highest die, which is a 6, but she still has 10, so she gets the bear. Then she plays the omen of, well, now the nexus is essentially empty, so it's sealed automatically. The train comes by, and we're going to move on to the bibliothèque. And it is now, she needs to get rid of 1 card. I'm going to get rid of Mr. Bear. Not get rid of, she's going to put it into her deck. And now it's Alice Moon, who is now at the bibliothèque with everyone. And the bibliothèque is evaluate, trash a number of dice equal to your study. So she's not the best placed person to do anything at the bibliothèque, because of course her study is high. So we're going to draw from the clock, and it's an omen of hope, silver light. Flip your nexus to hope and investigate it. In terminate, if you win, slot a new lycanthropy card. Huh? And that's supposed to be a good one. Why would I want to do that? And it's a threat, paper people. So soul 3, study, charm 1. and we rolled an 8, a 7 actually. So we're going to play Charlatan's Book, discard it to flip 1 die. So we're now at 12, and now we need to roll 1 die, and it's a 5. If the result is higher than their mind virtue, they suffer 1 mind damage. That is correct, because her mind is 4, so this one goes away. She suffers 1 mind damage. And now, if you win, slot a new lycanthropy card. So we're not going to do this, we're going to play again. And we're going to flip it to Doom, and we're going to investigate again. Oh no. No. We do get the terminate thing. So we have to slot a new lycanthropy card. Now, lycanthropy cards are we have to take a death, and we slot it face down into our halo. So that's the lycanthropy card. It's a death card. This is actually the halo. So I don't know if she's got any. No, she doesn't have any. So we need to get rid of something. We're going to get rid of the wind. She's going to put this in here. So she's now got 1 lycanthropy. We will see next time what this actually means, because I don't know off the top of my head what this means. So, okay. So we did this. So now we're going to play the horror show. And we're going to take a look at the Soul Stealer. Evaluate trash number of dice equal to your study. Haha. Okay, so it's 3 soul, and she will have to trash 2 of them. It's not like the Soul Stealer is the bestest gift ever, so we don't really care that much. And that's her done. So she's going to get rid of the omens. She's going to draw up to 6 cards. And then she is going to examine the top 2 cards. And it's Illusion and Death Gaze. And that's her done. Now it's Gabriella. Gabriella draws 1 card. And it's an Omen of Hope. She's going to use the hookup because she knows that she will be confronting a gift. And it's Illusion. Or Illusion, I should say. The Tiller method. Overlay a subtle reality on a physical reality, or 2, make the subtle physical. And 2, make the subtle physical. Avoid versus a threat. Discard. Avoid and reload the threat into its nexus. If you are skilled in conjure, recycle this gift instead. It's an okay one, but it's not like really super interesting. So we're gonna take this, and she doesn't have any sense. She gets 1 bonus die. And she makes it. Just about, but she makes it at 13, so she gets the card. We're going to play another Omen of... Actually, could also have studied. But she only if she... Well, I don't know what that means. Only if you've got study, I guess. Then we're going to confront the next gift, and it's Death Gaze. Assemble versus a threat or ally gift. Sacrifice, add 3 mind dice and suffer 2 mind damage. Well, that's a lame card. Not interested really. But we make it. Maybe we should say we're not interested more often. So we get the Death Gaze as well. It's not too bad because we don't have to keep them. We can always get rid of them afterwards. But it means that she has more life now. So we're going to put the illusion at the bottom. And the train moves on. It's actually now at the museum. I'm not sure what the train is supposed to do, but it doesn't really come into it. And I'm also not sure what this whole pack thing was that I rolled on, because it doesn't make any difference, it seems. So next up is Ruby. She draws an omen. Investigate, sacrifice, heal 1, then flip your nexus to hope. So we're not going to do this because she has nothing. Flip your nexus to hope and investigate it and assemble using body, add 1 bonus die. It's an omen, and we take 1 more. Star clock, 10. Not really what we're interested in. We don't get it. Goes here. Gonna do this. Flip your nexus to doom. If it's a gift, avoid it. It's not, it's minion number 5, which means we're going straight to win, but we can't close it, so we're going to investigate again. You can't heal 1, that's too bad. We end up with a devil bird, and we're going to attack it. We're going to use... One of us needs to suffer a rage damage. We're going to use the business suit. Reload it. We have 4 dice and 2 incense. We are looking for a 12. And that didn't go so well. We have 9. So, this is what we've got. We can play the Garoux glasses, evaluate when keeping dice, discard. We add +2 for each die showing a 2. I guess this is for the ones that we actually keep. So we've got 6. If we keep these 2, we're at 10 already, and we get +2 +4. So we have 14, and we're looking for 12. That's actually a nice card. And we managed to get rid of the devil bird. And that's all we can do. We now draw up to 2 cards. We draw up to 5, I mean. The train moves on. It's now again at the park. And it is now Alice Moon. And she's going to draw an omen, and it's an omen of good karma. In assemble using soul, add 1 bonus die. Or in avoid, you may avoid. So we're going to play this one. And it is a turf war. Threat. Confront. This threat gains all keywords, powers, and targets of the missions pack. Now this is where the missions pack gets into play. And that is the lizard. So it's got... in damage, lycanthropy 1, double any rage damage. In win, shuffle a new Skinwalker threat into a random other nexus. Okay, so if we win, we gain more. Okay, that's fine. It's not... It's a serpent. Okay, so win at Doom Nexus? No, we're not. So we draw this in. Oh god, we're going to have to use soul. So first what we're going to do is we're going to use the prayer wheel to heal 2. Then We are going to okay, we are going to use soul, obviously. We're going to use charm. No. No. So what we could do is we could we're going to discard this to add one soul die. We're looking for 12. And do we have anything that helps with evaluate? No. Okay, we're going to risk it. And we got an 11. We're going to play geofence, damage versus a threat. Recycle. If you are skilled in hack, which Gabriella is, the active player does not suffer any damage. So that's good. Oh no, that doesn't really help because we want to win, don't we? Because, yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to take... we're going to recycle the geofence and reduce, because it's got hack and she's got hack. And it means that their target value is 11 and we've got 11, so they go away. And the turf war has been stopped. The nexus is empty, which means we have won. The bibliothèque has been cleansed, as it were. And we move on to the next one, which is the museum. And she has 4 cards, 5 cards, 6 cards. Then she's going to take a sneak peek at the top 2 cards of the new nexus, like this. And let's see what we find. And we find the moonshine, which is a gift. And we find the star clock, which is also a gift. Now, body gift is something that Gabriella could possibly get. Okay. So, so far so good. I'm going to take a quick break because I need to look after lunch. Talk to you soon. Bye. So, here we are back. The baked potatoes are in the oven. So it's now Gabriella's turn. And she is going to, she's drawn her card. And now we're going to investigate the nexus. And it's moonshine, as we knew. And we're going to try and get it. And it's a 9, it's a 10, that's enough because we were only looking for 7 here. When boosting, we add our lunacy. Support, sacrifice, recycle any number of cards, then they heal that number. That's very good. Although, again, these are one-off cards, that's very interesting. So this one goes away. She has no more omens to play. Sounds almost poetic, doesn't it? And that's her done. The train moves. Where is it? Oh, it's here. So it goes to the terminal. And now it is Ruby Doomsday. She draws 1 card from the clock. Oh, she would have been able to add 1 mind die, actually. Okay, so we're going to play... the Omen of Hope. Judgment, we draw 1 card and then we flip it over And in assemble we add 1 mind die, which is very good because the star clock requires mind. And that's all we've got. And we get 11. And again, we make it. And then we play another Omen of Hope. In assemble using soul, add 1 bonus die, and it's an Omen of Doom. And we investigate again. It's the snakes. And there we're going to go for rage. And it is... Ha! She's going to use her snakeskin boots. Oh, she can't. Unless, of course, we're going to... Haha, we're going to do this differently. We're going to use body. We're going to play the snakeskin boots when charming or sensing. Which we are not. Add your rage dice. Assemble when charming if versus a serpent card. We're not charming or sensing. That's terrible. So we're not going to play this card. We're going to simply use it to... That's terrible. That's actually a waste of a really good card. Okay, we're just going to try it like this. We're looking for 14. Oh yeah. And we did it. Here is 15. Good. So the snakes are gone. And we move on. I mean, we are looking at Skinwalkers here, so we can expect to see all kinds of weird things. Oh, we would have had to add 1 mind die. We could have added 1 mind die. Recycle 1 random card. Done. What did we recycle? The snakeskin boots. Okay. Doom. Evaluate. Trash the highest mind die. Good. It's a Monstropedia. So what we're going to do is we're not going to use mind. We're going to use soul because that's pretty much the same for us. We're looking for an 11 in both cases. We're going to use the mason jar. And we made it. 15. 12. That's enough. This one's ours. It's meant to be ours. And it's the thing in the basement. Let's look around and see what's here. Opening lyric to President Amy's Till Now. I don't know if this is actually a real thing. Well, he does find a severed head. So, okay, now assemble, add 1 mind die. So we have mind anyway. So we're going to take 3. And then we're going to use the star clock to add 1 mind die. And then we have sense, and we have sense 2. So we're going to try this. And we're looking for a 12. And we get 15. So that's good. So the thing in the basement goes away. But we have no more omens, so we can't continue with our investigation. So we draw up, and we draw 1 omen and a Halligan bar. Very good. So the train moves on. It's now at the hospital. Next up is Alice, and she's going to draw a card from the omen deck. We're going to flip it, and it's minion number 1, and that's the grifters. The griffs, sorry. During evaluate, if examine this threat this turn, decrease the target by 1. What does this mean? If somebody examined this... Oh, we didn't. Okay, that's fine. We didn't know that they were coming. All right. Okay, guys, we can do this, said she. Okay, let's see. First of all, we're going to use sense. We're going to use body. We have a blue rocket. When boosting versus a Skinwalker card, you may add 1 more body die and sacrifice this gift instead. We are going to totally do this. 2. And we're going to sacrifice this card. And we're looking for 14. have plenty of stuff to help her with. So this is what we have. So this is 11 is max. We're looking for 14. This is where the dream snare comes into play. Evaluate versus a threat. Recycle any number of gifts. For each recycled gift, including this one, decrease the target by 1. So we have 11. This is a delta of 3. So we're going to use this to indicate the delta. So 1 card, delta is 2. Death Gaze, delta is 1. Moonshine, delta is 0. Recycle these cards. And the glyphs have been eliminated. So I'm just going to put them here. And so now we can seal this nexus by discarding the top card of our deck. And that's not a problem, we're just going to discard it. It was a Halligan bar. So these cards go away. Would have been an omen and a scrapbook. And the museum has been cleansed. We move on to the next nexus, which is the park. She draws up to her hand size of 5. And we are at the park. And we shall see what happens. And it's now Ruby's turn. You draw an Omen of Hope. Flip your nexus to Hope and investigate it. In Assemble using Soul, add 1 bonus die, or in Assemble versus the threat, add 1 bonus die. We're going to use Righteous Anger. I'm going to flip it. Investigate. Lower the cost to play soul gifts by 1. Authorities. Soul or mind. Okay, well her soul sucks, but that's fine. So we're going to use 2 for soul. We have Charm 1. We're going to play Charm Bracelet, which allows her to add 1 soul die, but we can now lower the price or the cost for playing this. Now, lowering the cost for playing a card, you have a list here, and this is the cost order, which tells you that the highest cost is sacrifice, because it means it goes back into the box. The next one is bury, then it's discard, and discard, the next lower value is recycle. So this card doesn't go into her discard pile, it goes straight under her draw pile. So it's not gone. She doesn't need to heal or anything, she can get it back. So now we've got 3, 4 dice. And we're going to recycle the Halligan bar to add 1 body die, just to be sure. We're looking for 12. That's more than enough. The authorities, we basically convinced them that, you know, there's nothing to see here. We're at the park. We know what we're doing. We're not just loitering. We're good citizens. And we get to draw a new rage gift from the box. And it is, oh wow, shiny. Argentine. Discard, boost rage. Evaluate versus a Skinwalker card. Discard, flip any number of dice. Woohoo! We love this one. Okay, so we're going to play the Omen of Hope, Good Karma. And we get a therapy dog. Aww. In Assemble using Soul, add 1 bonus die. Woohoo! So we have 2 plus Charm plus 1 bonus die. Oh. Well, having said this, it's actually not the best card, but he's just so cute. And 17, we made it. So we have a therapy dog now. Okay, so that's all she can do. She has no more omens left. So it's next, and the train moves on. It's just, you know, now at the, it's now at the next station. And it's now Alice Moon. She draws from the omen clock. Okay, we're going to use Omen of Good Karma. Adding, oh wow, very good. Because number 2 is the Jacks. Confront. Raise the cost of ally gifts to Berry. Okay. Okay, so, yes, she's going to use Mind. She's going to look at these guys. Let's just see what their backstory is. The Jacks. Alone they get crazy. In packs they get smart and mean. Now they think they're the pick of the litter. Okay. They look a little bit like people that Gabriela Vargas would really like to meet and give a good talking to. So we're going to use this. She has sense 1. We are going to play, we're going to bring in Sue Ellen, our bruiser. So Alice Moon has a bruiser friend and she's going to lend her a hand to just basically look menacingly at these guys. Yes. So we're looking for 14 across 6 dice. Let's see. Yeah, we've got nice stuff. Oh yeah, actually. Oh, terrible. 9. That's a terrible roll. Whatever happened? No. Evaluate versus a Skinwalker card. Discard. Flip any number of dice. 6, 12, 15. Take that, guys. And the Jacks are gone. That's a true threat, so I'm going to put it here. Okay, minion number 2. Can we seal this nexus? Shuffle 1 omen into the clock. Yeah, we have 1 omen that we can shuffle into the clock. That's a good thing. The cards go away. Blue, turf war. These are enemies. That's, oh no, that's the Reduncia. More authorities. A rage gift. Didn't have many of those, actually. Picks. And turf war and the lantern clown. A card which I've yet to encounter. And we go round and round and round it goes, and where it stops nobody knows. That always reminds me of Gollum, but I don't think he actually says it. So we're now all at the terminal. We're going to take a look at the top card, top 2 cards in fact. An omen and a werewolf. Oopsie, 11 bottom. Okay, so it is Gabriela Vargas. She draws from the omen deck. Fresh scent. Flip your nexus to doom and investigate it. Threats without lycanthropy gain lycanthropy 1. Werewolf. Evaluate at a doom nexus. Increase the target by 2. Ah, 13. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay. Okay, we're gonna use rage. Or are we? I guess we are. 3, 4, 5, 5 to get 16. We are going to... No, because nobody can help her with rage. When she rages, she is on her own. Okay, that's 12. We're looking for 16. Okay, so let's see what we've got. First of all, what did we roll? Rolled 4, so this is what we rolled, so that's important. We're going to play lucky numbers. Reroll dice that show the same numbers. And here we are. That's, whoops, that was a 6, that's 15. And then we're going to play the Mondrian cell. And we roll 1 die. And it's even, so we reduce the target by 2, so we're now at 14 and we are at 15, so that's it. And we managed to get rid of the werewolf, although that one was really tough. And she's not going to do anything else, she's just going to draw back up to her hand size for 5. Okay. And the train moves on to the bibliothèque. And it's now Ruby Doomsday. She draws an omen from the clock, and it's an omen of hope. Hush. In a void you may avoid. So first of all is a support phase. And now Gabriella is going to play on herself the tech support, which allows her to get back 3 heal, hack and or tool gifts. So that's a tool. And she gets them back. And that's all. What does she have with regard to support? Does she maybe have surge gifts? Doesn't really come into it, does it? 1. Oh yeah, she's going to play this so that she gets back. She heals 2 surge gifts. Yeah. And then let's see. It's a Jekyll formula. Yeah, that's one of the things that we don't really need. And we don't get it. And we can't investigate again. And the train keeps on moving. And now it's Alice Moon. She draws from the clock. We still have plenty of miles on the clock, as it were. If it's a gift, avoid it. It's not. We're going to use Study 2 and Soul. $10, $13. Yeah, she just charms them and she gets a new rage gift. And it is a monster truck. Rage gift. Boost rage. When boosting damage, if you have lunacy 1 or more, do not suffer damage during the confrontation. Or initiate or support, recycle, move to the nexus of somebody else. Okay. And she's going to do this again. Suffer 1 body or rage damage. So we're going to suffer the monster truck, and we get another omen, and we flip, and it's a garlic salt shot, and we're going to try this using mind. Looking for 11, which we don't get. So the garlic salt shot is not ours, but that's fine. Recycle 1 random card. Recycled, and we investigate, and we find a Charlton's book. 4 and study. No. That's okay though. We just actually need to get through this. And we're not going to do this. We're going to take our cards, and then we're going to take a look at the top 2 cards to see. And it is minion 4, and it is mooks. Must be at this nexus, and then discard 1 card. Okay, we can seal this. Gabriella draws 1 card. 1 omen, I should say. And it's an omen of hope, which she plays. Heal 1. Then flip your nexus to hope. Flip. Investigate. You may discard 1 gift to investigate. Minion 4 is the man cubs. We don't need to do anything. We win. And we can seal this if everyone is at this nexus, and everyone is. So we have completed this mission. That was easy. Really easy, because we've still got 2, 4, 5 cards left on the clock, and everyone, I believe, has at least 1 omen. Well, she's got 2, so she could have investigated twice more. No, she doesn't have anything. Yeah, she would have had to heal at some point. She doesn't have any omens left. She doesn't have any omens in the draw pile, but yeah, so... Oh yes, this is because this is her hand, so she would have had 2 omens as well. So we had 4 omens in hand, plus another 2, 4, 5 in the... So what I don't get is why, if you have more players, you actually reduce the number of true threats you have to face. I would have expected to have to face more. Because if you're 1 or 2 players, you still have 5 locations to go through. Or actually, is it 6? I think it's 6 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go through. So you have 32 omens. Maximum 32. Maximum 32 turns. And you have fewer true threats to get. I don't understand that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replay this mission. And I am not going to draw the fleeting fragments. I'm also going to withdraw the death. So she's got 1 omen less. One thing less than everybody else, but that's fine because it wasn't like the best one anyway. And we're going to replay this mission, and this time around we're going to play it like, if you have 1 or 2, you get to flip 4, and if you have 3 to 4, 1 to 4, you get to flip only 2 threats, and then we'll play this again, because to me this setup doesn't make sense. Okay, but I will still upload this one just to give you an overview, and then we can see and compare how differently it plays. Talk to you soon. Bye.